Capricorn, welcome to your bonus in-depth reading that is yours and theirs. I hope you're well. I hope you're fabulous. Like always with yours and theirs, take what resonates, leave what does not, and reverse those energies as you see fit. More so with yours and theirs, as energy exchange and interchange is real, rapid, and fluid. Having said that, your person that I say on this board today, might involve the energies of a significant other, spouse, boyfriend, girlfriend, lover, ex of 5 years ago. I never know until the cards are on the table, right? But I'd also ask you to make space for those other perfectly common elements in life, such as family, work, spiritual stuff. I see it all the time. Like I said, perfectly common elements as well. And sometimes it completely dominates the reading, so there's that. Keeping that in mind, these are general collective readings, not one-to-one private, so they may not resonate at all. And I know that's frustrating, but it's also normal. If that happens, check your other placements. You will find yourself in there somewhere. Alrighty. Oh, what's going on? Show me Capricorn, please. Like always, we're going to start with your side of the board, but as I said in that intro, reverse those energies as you see fit. Okay. Two of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, the Magician. Let's get clear, shall we? Let's get clear, because you're feeling something powerfully, but then you're showing me the Two of Pentacles. Six of Wands, the Four of Cups, the Queen of Wands. Well, the attraction's there. That's a no-brainer. All right. Queen of Cups, Ten of Cups, and the Ace of Cups. Yeah. Knight of Swords overview. Gosh. Thing is, I see the passion, I see the heat, I see the flare, I see the intensity. And yet, when I look at the shared line, I see nothing but love, or the desire of it. To be open to giving and receiving true, real, authentic love. Knight of Swords, you want to take action, good. I hate it when people hang out in the Two of Pentacles too long, because what we're thinking and experiencing kind of fizzles out. Or it gets lost in translation, or it's like, that's not what I meant or intended, but we spent too long juggling something, so it's best to cut it out sooner rather than later. You know, it's like, we don't have any absolutes, no, but pick a side, okay? We're going to do this, or we're going to do that, and we'll figure it out as we go along. But yeah, the Knight of Swords, that's what you're doing right now. You are taking action towards that Two of Pentacles. I got to make up my mind. Realistically, what to give this time, energy, and effort. Okay. Good. I'm glad that you are doing that, because Ace of Wands, the Magician, you're manifesting. Despite not being entirely sure, you're still manifesting with some intensity too. So just be aware of that. Okay. Six of Wands, Four of Cups, Queen of Wands. Yeah, like I said, whoever this is attracted to you. I'm not saying they're not. They're attracted, but they're also hurt and or disappointed. Four of Cups, right there at the heart of the reading. There is a bit of a victory tied to this person, visibility, see me. Energy's a bit flashy, and that's okay. It's okay. It's attractive, but you know that. I'm hoping to see more depth there than just how can I attract Capricorn, because right now they seem to be a little disappointed, perhaps that they're not getting your attention. I don't know. Okay. Queen of Cups, Ten of Cups, and the Ace of Cups. By all rights, on that shared line, you both want love. Good love, quality love, long-lasting love, happily ever after kind of love. But you're both emphasizing passion. So, let's start right there. Knight of Swords, and this is why we clarify. Passion's not a bad thing. Like all elements, it's what we do with it. For many, it's a starting point. All right. Knight of Swords. Show me that Knight of Swords, please. Nine of Cups. Knights of Pentacles. Page of Wands, you are open, simply put, to doing what's right for you as you understand it. Wish fulfillment in very small, manageable ways. Okay, nothing crazy, nothing over the top, and nothing too fast. But you have every intent of taking action literally in your best interest. Okay? If you need to move forward, you'll move forward. If you need to slow it down, you'll slow it down. Doesn't matter. You're saying it feels right to me. Okay, and then I change gears accordingly. I believe you. But yeah, you try to keep yourself in the general principle of things open to what you understand feels good. All right? Taking speed out of it. It's like, what is it that I want? And when I figure that out, I go for it. Okay, cool. Two of Pentacles then. Show me this Two of Pentacles, please, for Capricorn. Three of Cups, Six of Cups, Ace of Pentacles. Okay, the decision's before you. To connect with someone whom you know pretty well and make it work, or not? Well, only you can answer that, and that's exactly what you're figuring out based on this criteria. Okay? My moving in any particular direction, will it make me happy, yes or no? Is this what I want, yes or no? Speed is not relevant to me. I can move at any speed I want. Is it right for me? Is it good for me? And that's what you're trying to figure out. I got to tell you, Three of Cups, Six of Cups, Eight of Pentacles, that's a nice looking soul bond you got there. This is someone whom you've known a long time. Okay? You have all those memories with, yes, and that unique undercurrent that is the definition of a soul bond. In other words, the way you two know each other is a little different compared to other people in your life. It's just unique. Right? Often felt, taken for granted, rather than expressed. It just seems to exist. So bringing that together, reconnecting it, Eight of Pentacles, putting the work in. Ooh. Well, that's conditional, isn't it? Because it will take two. So, to go there or not to go there? All right. Let's see it. Let's talk about it. Ace of Wands. So I know it's important to you. All right? You got a history with them. But you're considering it. You admit, yes, it's comfortable. Yes, it's nostalgic. And in many ways, it's sweet. But it would require work. Okay? Anything with a prior background or history is going to take some work. So is it right for you then? Going back to your opening. Ace of Wands. Okay. All right. The Tower. The Hanged Man. The Ten of Pentacles. I got you. Okay. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at your Magician, and I will get back to that. One moment, please. If you've been around tarot long enough, you've already figured that out. But one moment. Let me see where your manifestation lies then. Queen of Cups, the Hermit, and the Two of Pentacles, and then back to the drawing board. Okay, so in your estimation, you answered the question, so well done, bravo. I always insist on giving people points, credits, recognition, whatever, when they figured out a major question. And what does that mean, like a major question? It's enough to stop you. And you don't act in either direction, neither left nor right. And that in and of itself takes up time. So, good job. You figured it out. And that was an important question, because that was an important connection. It's within your timeline now to consider re-engaging with a soul bond, which I said is very comfortable to you. You know this. Emotionally, it's comfortable. But you're saying, Eight of Pentacles, it would take work. And I know you, honey. You're not afraid of work. Capricorn's not afraid of work. You're not afraid of stability. No. No. It's a contradiction. No, it's the opposite. And like I said, stuff from the past more often than not takes work. It's from the past. That means we have a history with it because it's not with us right now. So in order to re-engage with it, we'd have to make conscious decisions about what's right in that connection and what's wrong. And looking at what's wrong is what would need to be fixed. And that's what we're doing the Two of Pentacles with. And you have to ask yourself, is it right for me? If it's right for me to do the work, then okay. I'll put something of myself into this and see what happens. It's going to take two, right? Cool. Very wise of you. Now, we look at the energy, right? The Ace of Wands. Okay, this is what I want to do. You're saying, and this is you, it's not Tarot Lady telling you what to do. You're telling me what's up with you. The Tower, Hanged Man, Ten of Pentacles. After much due consideration, your energy, your precious energy, no matter how deeply you might feel connected to that, you're saying, I am Capricorn at the end of the day, and I'm not afraid of work. But from your personal point of view, from your perspective, this connection, while you said it would take a lot of work, you also do not believe that it will stabilize. And you need stability. That beautiful soul bond set it aside. The love you feel or felt, that uniqueness that makes them, you, and when you're two together, your neatnesses come together. Okay? You're taking that, putting it aside. It would take some work. Yeah, okay, fine. Take that, put it aside. Will it stabilize? You're like, no. I just know. I tried to entertain the notion that it might stabilize, hence that's why I was willing to put in the work. In theory, again, Two of Pentacles, you didn't actually commit to it. But yeah, no, from your point of view, it's like you were really hoping to change your mind here. You really were. You were hoping to change your mind. It's like, no matter what I feel for this, man, I got real close to changing my mind, but I don't think at the end of the day, this will be stable. No. I'll put in the work just to find that it's not stable. It's like, I can't have that. But man, you took a minute. You were trying to change your mind. And I can see why. And it's not just the emotional fondness you have for this person. The attraction is still there. And I think that's why you considered it at all. But the good news is that you considered it. So now you know. Now you know. Now you know what direction to head in versus the one that you don't want to be heading in. Got it? Okay? You did the work and you got the results. Now you have a clear answer. And that's wonderful. So again, I applaud you for that. The Magician, Queen of Cups, the Hermit, Two of Pentacles. It's kind of like saying, yes, after much due consideration, I understand where that Two of Pentacles came from. I understand why I stopped. I understand why I considered it. And I really want to be open to giving and receiving love, just not necessarily in this direction. But you understand why you hesitated. And you figured it out. You will have your own reasons as to why you contemplated that at all. Most likely, like I said, for reasons of emotional nostalgia, that unique imprint, and then passion, yeah. But once more, you're a big Capricorn. Tarot does not dictate action, you do. Tarot is the proof of choice, not the absence of it. So that's interesting. It's not just stability 3D, then you're saying it also wouldn't be emotionally stable in the long term. It feels good on the upfront, 3 cups. But in the long term, you don't think it's got the chops. You don't think it'll commit. You don't think it will root. Or it's too set in its ways in terms of its passion. But there's something like that. It's like, no, I really want to be open to giving and receiving love long term. I want to know someone can step up and contribute in the long term. But man, you got so close trying to talk yourself into that. Maybe it's them. Maybe it's them. Maybe it's them. So congratulations. You put some good thought into that. And you gave yourself a reasonable answer. Okay. 6 of Wands, 4 of Cups, Queen of Wands. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with a bit of a show, a bit of a peacock. That's fine. People present themselves the way they present themselves, but what else are they working with? Because I got that they got the passion. I got that they take care of themselves most likely physically, or their energy is just really high on that confidence scale. Again, nothing really wrong with it. It's just what we do with it that counts. And I know that, and you get that. That's one of the reasons you're attracted to them, is because they got that flair, because they got that extra something. It makes them charming. It makes their energy walk and talk fast. And It's like when you're in this person's gaze, it makes you feel important. It makes you feel special. But yeah, it's 4 cups. I see them nursing the wound. It hurts. It hurts. It hurts. Despite all that flash, it hurts. The Hanged Man and the 2 of Cups and the Lovers. Yeah, they feel very strongly connected to you. They've thought about that many, many times. Emotionally attracted to you and sexually attracted to you. That evokes confidence. Okay. It's a bit odd. Just how I'm saying it, it's almost like a form of pride for this person. That they have this connection, that they get to be seen with it. That makes me a little uncomfortable. Because it's hanging out a little bit too on the surface. That's a depth connection, but it's hanging out on the surface as a matter of pride. So like, see, this is what I got. Or see, that's what I was connected to. But that's my boyfriend, or that's my girlfriend, or that's my whatever. I thought about it a lot, yes. And 2 of Cups with the Lovers, okay. I know feelings are involved, and the passion is there. That goes without saying. You both experienced that, and you were very honest about it. Be like, I see them as a soul bond. Otherwise, I wouldn't have considered them at all. It's very easy to connect with them, you're saying. But the stability game, emotional stability with this person, committed from the heart, that's not the strength in this connection. I see 4 Cups. There's a bit of sadness here. I kind of feel like you're an ornament on their tree a little bit in that opening. So I need to see more depth here, because this is a depth energy over a kind of surface concept. So again, triumph, pride, confidence, but also ego. So was this like an ego connection for them? It's like, see, this is mine. That one's mine. I'm with that one. Something like that. Did it go to a deeper place for this person? 4 of Cups, the Star, 5 of Cups, sadness, King of Swords. They started to reject it. They started disavowing any deeper connection. It went from light, fun, flirty, ooh, look what I'm connected to, look at me, to I'm rejecting this and the importance of it. King of Swords, the Star, it's kind of like I'll hurt this before it can hurt me, or I'll emotionally reject this before it can reject me. So no wonder you don't attribute them to emotional stability, because you're not wrong. It's on the surface where it's easy and it's fun and it's light and anybody can see it. But when we take a deeper look at this, they're like, oh no, this has no deeper value and I won't let it affect me like that. I will reject this before it can reject me. I feel like they were having fun with this connection at the surface, but when it was time to go deep, they're like, that's the last thing I'm going to do. No, and they made up their mind on that. I know you're disappointed. We're all disappointed by our dreams and visions. I know you really wanted me. I know you really wanted this, but hey, no. There's the surface, and that's fine, but you want to take it to a deeper place, and that's not where I'm at. Well, when someone tells you who they are, believe them. It was all fun and games, and it was nice and very pleasant and very sexy when it was on the surface, and people could see you two together, you know. But when things got real, there's the rejection of the realness. Well, we're all disappointed. I'm sure you're disappointed. Thing is, they are too. By rejecting this dream and vision, which is tied to them, they reject themselves, and that's where the hurt is coming from. Okay? With the insistence that it doesn't have more meaning than this surface energy. They hurt themselves. I know they were talking to you like, oh, this is hurting you. I know. I know you're disappointed. Oh, they hurt themselves too. It's like shooting yourself in the foot and expecting the other person to be hurt. Okay. Okay. Energy is a bit much like an oil slick. Everything just kind of runs off it. Queen of Wands, and you took it into such depth and consideration, and I can definitely see why you're tempted to reconnect with it, because when it hit, it hit. Am I right? But for them, it was a bit of a show, a bit of a display. Hey, look what I got. For you, it was like, oh, I love this person. I've known them forever. I'm willing to put in the work to see them. Yeah. Should I? You called it. You nailed it. You were so tempted to give them more credit than they deserve about the stability piece. It might actually mean something. No. No, no, no. No, no, no. And part of you knows. They'll reject this in some way fundamentally at the emotional level. I know it meant more to you. I know it disappointed you. And that's why you concluded it will not be stable. Do not accept. Don't try to talk yourself into accepting something you know will disappoint you. Okay. Yeah. Seven of Swords, the Three of Cups, and the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, they're holding on to the idea of reconnecting with you. There's just too much sneakiness around this person's energy. I'm sorry. Too much avoidance, too much sidestepping. I feel somewhere between the lack of depth, the forceful rejection of that, and I mean the forceful mental rejection that this has any meaning or depth beyond surface level fun or activity, makes me real nervous. Because I have this feeling this person, even if you connected to them again, they have to sneak away to do it. And it's something, whenever their fire is turned on for you, it goes into a weird sort of self-indulgent, shady place. I don't like it. It's very presentation, it's very peacock, it's very seamy, but also, don't notice me though. I don't like it. But the only thing that's the biggest problem by far is the willingness to reject the dream and then turn around and say, I'm sorry, I know I disappointed you. I know you wanted more. It's a bit cocky, it's a bit conceited. The expectation was there, that they knew this would happen. They anticipated you wanting more or having feelings, and that, okay, you did, you humored that, but you also called them out. I know to expect nothing from you. You're not stable. You don't stick around. You don't step up. You don't commit. And I must have been crazy for those whole 5 seconds I considered reevaluating you and reincorporating you into my life. You know. A leopard don't change his spots. Something like that. I don't like that at all, honey. There's something really off with this person. Their character. They're so prepared to reject anything deeper. They just hurt themselves because they actually want this, but it seems like they're too unaware to know that. I mean, and even if they were to connect, they still hold on to your energy, the idea of you, but then they deviate from it as well. So, I mean, honey, just don't. You're not doing yourself any favors. I can see why you rejected this. Yes, indeed. Move on to your manifestation and back to your opening. Does this suit my needs? Is this what's good for me? If I'm going to be open to giving and receiving love, it has to be love. Because you know what? And this is something I say all the time. Passion is easy. Passion is nothing. Attraction is nothing. It's like fast food. It gets your attention at first because it's cheap and it's bright and it's colorful. But ultimately you can throw it away because it's a low investment. So attraction has its place. It's all well and good. And it can be so exciting and so full of but that doesn't mean it's love. That's often a starting point about what we're attracted to and who and why, but that doesn't mean it sustains. And you are big on that. Can you show the fuck consistently in the heart space? Because it seems like you're very busy rejecting it while trying to enjoy this connection. And that's a contradiction, honey. You can't have your cake and eat it too. And this person, they like that. They like to have their cake and eat it too. You know? I know that's a weird expression. It's just an expression. I didn't come up with it, but a lot of people know what it means. Okay? All right. Queen of Cups. So that's technically on the shared, though, is that you both want to be open to love, technically. But I do see that Queen of Cups as you, so we're going to start right there. Interesting. And it is true, I see them rejecting and acting like they know they hurt you. But they wanted it too. Six of Pentacles, the Sun, Three of Swords, and the Knights of Cups. You opening up to this even at the surface level of balance, Six of Pentacles. Let's just say, you know, this is how we balance you and I in a 3D. You did that, you did it often because you honestly thought you had something to work with here. You thought you had a reason to keep your heart open, but all it did was cause you pain. With the Sun, and there was the hope there. I see that, the hope. We try to keep the hope alive, particularly in our balance structure, whatever it is. And Six of Pentacles, mind you, you can have that with anybody. Honey, you can have that with a friend in a work scenario or just going out to meet once a month for whatever reason. It's a balance system. And in that, you put a lot of faith. You put a lot of hope, but to the point that it broke your heart. Three of Swords, Knight of Cups. There's always a longing for more emotional expression. Always that longing, and that's what caused the heartbreak. Okay, moving on. There's a reason why you almost talked yourself into giving this energy again. But you know it's not going to stabilize. You know. The Ten of Cups. Let's see that Ten of Cups, please. Knight of Wands, King of Pentacles, Justice. You both believe in balances for the greater good as attached to the inner circle. You're saying your energy or passion should be used in a good way. I agree. To some extent, they believe that too, just not with you. So that means then they didn't see you as part of the inner circle. Well, no shit. Because if they had done, the reading would be very different. So you technically both share that. A respect for the inner circle, putting our best investment into the inner circle, because the idea is balance, keeping things in an operating balance spiritually, technically, legally, however you want to do it. And Knights of Wands, genuine energy to do this. So you give the best of yourself to the inner circle, and so do they. So that means they didn't take themselves seriously in whatever it is you had going on that would require emotional stability, and you weren't exactly included in theirs. Okay, but technically you both share that. And they insisted on rejecting this and understanding, or rather insisting also from their point of view, I know it's going to hurt you. I know you wanted more. I know you're disappointed. So are they. They hurt themselves too. Okay, I really want you to focus on your side of the fence. You called it. Whatever this is, you absolutely called it. I'm not going to show this any more energy. I was real tempted there for a second, Christina. I almost did it. And then I remembered, oh yeah, this person, either by word or deed, demonstrated who they are. I shouldn't expect anything more from them. Except surface level feel-good energies, and even then, they leave a lot of room to reject it. You're right, this person lacks mental focus, emotional stability, a willingness to show up. But on the surface, everybody could see it. Oh boy, did they shine bright. Felt really good to show off that lover. Felt really good to be seen with that lover. Okay. Ace of Cups. The Star. The Four of Wands and the Chariot. Good for you. Excellent. That's what I want you to focus on as you continue to move forward. So I don't know what prompted this, you tossing around that Two of Pentacles. Something prompted it because it's an actual activity where once more you have a background of, I move towards that which is good for me or correct for me. And from that point of view, you unraveled this. At some point, you two, there must have been some sort of contact. I'm not saying here today. No, not explicit contact. It's something, however, that affected you enough that you went back and forth on the subject about whether or not you can reopen your life to this person, kind of like a cold case. Should I open that cold case? And you went, no, it's never going to stabilize. They're a one-trick pony. I am familiar with that trick. And while this connection meant a lot to me, it clearly didn't to them. They let me know that in every conceivable way. Okay, when we were connected, they kind of put my poster up, if you will, my fan poster up everywhere and said, see, this is who I'm connected to, this is who I'm connected to, but it didn't go beyond that. Between the rejection of the greater thing at their own cost and hiding their attraction energies towards you, what the hell are you supposed to work with? I don't know. Are they trying to bait you to come forward? Because I tell you, this person doesn't step forward too much. I feel like you would have had to have done the work, and that's exactly what your thinking was over here on the opening. You would have had to have done the work to make this work. So ask yourself, is it worth it? And he said, no. For a second there, I almost believed it was, but no. No. No, you're like, no. I'm open to love, and they don't qualify. They told me that themselves, I don't know how long ago, and you're not wrong. So you, as you continue to move forward, Ace of Cups, Chariot, Four of Wands, the Star. Yeah, no, that's beautiful. I want you to continue to open up and move forward. If new love is your goal, then let that be your new goal. And many of you are making swift strides in that since Cancer season. And honestly, you don't have too much more of a job in terms of waiting. You're waiting. You're still moving towards your goals, and I love that. But a proper star, one that has a relationship attached to it that's healthy and stabilized, I see you making movements in that direction, independent of this person whom you dropped. It's like you're no longer a person of consideration. It's like, what was I thinking? So I don't know what happened that triggered that Two of Pentacles, but it seems like, how else can I put this? You didn't follow up. Okay. You didn't follow up. But I love this. You do have new love. Let's make that clear, though. I see what's here, not what isn't. It's not vague, actually. It starts to build a profile sooner rather than later. But this is what I want to point out to you. Technically, this third line here is the shared line. Again, I want to emphasize, I saw the Queen of Cups as being attached to you, so I isolated that immediately. I see how you participated in this and what the result was. Cool, fine. All right, I got it. You got it. You got it. We all got it. Ten of Cups, though. Technically, you both share that. It was a choice then not to include you into something greater on their end, and they didn't want to be included in yours. Otherwise, you both seem to share those values. This is what's important to me, therefore show up to it. And they didn't show up for you. They flashed you around like a movie poster or image on their phone that they were so proud of. But you weren't actually allowed to be in their greater world, and they didn't want to be in yours. Otherwise, you both share that principle, so keep that in mind. Okay? Anybody could say, look who I'm connected to. Oh, but it's not like that, though. Like, seriously. It's not like that, though. It could have been. It could have been, but let's not go there, okay? Because you can't handle that conversation. Ace of Cups, but yeah, no, I want you to keep that. That's gorgeous. And 17, historic. Some of you have kids or you're family oriented, and you want the depth. You wanted the love and the support, and I know that's what they're almost saying in a very shitty way. It's like, oh, I know you wanted more. I know you're disappointed. Oh, honey, you're disappointed too. They just don't know it. I think it's like they're too arrogant to understand that. 12, little messages, little birds. At some point, yeah, there's a little message that went through and kicked off that Two of Pentacles. You see how much can unravel from that? You know, there's a little message. It seemed like nothing. It was a blip. It was nothing. You could have dismissed it. But you're like, okay, this is them. They're trying to prompt me. Oh, it's been a while since we've done this. It's like, oh yeah, once more, the connection meant more to me than it did to them. Once more, I'd be the one willing to do the work than they did. And once more, they'd probably put me in a position where they continue to deny a deeper feeling. And then sidestep the energy they do feel for reasons of what? Guilt or discomfort? I don't know. It's like, no, they're not stable. It's not stable. I can't believe I humored that shit. No, they're not stable. Okay, and the high honor, 25. Oh, I have no doubt. For some of you, you might be in positions of power, high honor. For some of you, you're visible, and that's why it's like they're showing me that flashy, offy energy when it comes to you. You're someone of importance. You're someone of note. You are noteworthy, you know? It's like, You ever heard the phrase flash that cash, except it was flash that Capricorn, but they weren't going to do a damn thing with it. It's divine feminine. Some of you are the divine feminine, using that feminine energy or being in tune with that intuitive energy. It could have been that you were dealing with, but I don't see anything about that. That was too empowering. I have to be honest with you. Confessions. Many of you spoke your mind, said what you had to say. Unveiling, coming clean messages. That's, some of you spoke your piece. It's like, this is what I really think about this. You know, this is what's really on my mind. This is what I've really been thinking. But you expressed yourself. I think you made yourself clear. If not now, then at some point back on your timeline. Okay. I guess I didn't learn nothing. Second chance. Very passive asking. Trapped. Stuck. They won't do it. A second chance, but not really. If that was a second chance call, that was the most half-assed one I'd ever seen. A little message, a little birdie was supposed to handle that, wasn't it? But no, that didn't happen. You were supposed to do the work. Remember, Capricorn? Why aren't you doing the work? Why aren't you giving me a second chance I'm not actually asking for? Okay. I don't want to be tied down to that responsibility. No, I just want you to assume. You know what to do. You've done it before. Why aren't you doing it? Because you. That's why. Okay. You know, I'm very disappointed that you're not giving me a second chance I'm not actually asking for, and I will deny the moment I'm in it. I'm so sorry. I didn't meet your expectations. Anyway, we have the letters G, O, X, W. We have the medallion of Libra as well as Cancer. You might have any of these very strong placements in your chart. Could be connecting to, and some of you, there might be a touch more of this passive. I don't know what energy this is in Libra season, FYI. We have the unicorn in the upright. Yeah, I can see where you are. A high honor card came out too. It's something, you know, you're magical, you're unique. You're a mystery. But still not easily caught. Okay, Capricorn, honey, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well.